What's up? Can you guys hear me? Let me know, please. If you guys can hear me, we'll go ahead in a couple of minutes. Just letting the stream start off. Just letting the stream slowly start. But yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me, please. Once you're here. Perfect. I'll get started in a couple of minutes. Just give me a few seconds. It's the same as every week. So I'll go over stocks for this upcoming week. Large caps, option plays, anything you guys need, just let me know. Request it. I'll go over a couple of small caps. I'll go over a couple of, recaps or whatever. But yeah, just give me a couple of minutes and I'll get started. See what else is popping. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Sunday, 12 noon for me, but I don't know for you lot if you're in America. Quite early in the morning. But it's okay. Let's give it a couple more minutes and I'll get started. 1-2 minutes and I'll get started. Let's see. Okay. Let's give it a couple of minutes. Okay, but welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. I can try my best to just communicate with me as well on chat, so I can go over any stocks you need me to go over. But I will go over some potential tickers I'm watching you next week for you guys, and large caps and some option plays. But yeah, just make sure do just let me know anything you're watching yourself. Okay, let's just start. We'll get started. Okay. So like I said, any tickers you guys need me to go over, just let me know. Anything else, any level, etc., I'm more happy to share. But yeah, let's just go over a couple of tickers now. I'm gonna start with ZKIN. I played this last week, right? I played this during the after hour session. I switched to the daily chart here. What I'm looking for is I'm looking to see if this can continue. We had rejection around this level here. This is a level we previously kinda rejected into, but the chart is quite thin. What I mean by thin chart is there's not a lot of volume in this area, so if it does trigger again, it can make a strong move. The good thing about this is we are finding, I think, in that $4 level, 3.994. Look at the 30-minute chart, so it's not the worst ticker to watch into next week. Back over 4.2ish. I'll keep an eye on this for a run, in my opinion. Show to the 5-minute chart. Here you can see here, this is a price kind of consolidating. So what you want to see is, in order to enter this play, what we want to see is, where is our polyline gone? You want to see a break, and then you want to see a hold this level around 4.2ish, 4 to 4.2, and then you could take entries. But this is just something I'm watching. It doesn't mean it's gonna run. It's just a stock I'm interested in, right? If I knew something that's gonna run 100%, I'd be a pumper. Another stock is, we watched Pony last week from last Sundays. If you guys remember, I think we watched it around this level here, which was around 11, 12, and we're already at what, $20. I'll continue watching this as long as 15.5 holds now, and this becomes a base. This is a good watch back towards $20. $20 break for 24.25. That's on the 4-hour daily. Those are your levels. And we look at the 5-minute chart again. What you want is you want a break. If you could break back above 18.5ish, it's a good level to start looking for entries for a move back towards 19.2, $20. So this is a good stock to watch. ASST is a stock I think we did really well on this stock last week, especially if you were in the Discord, even on Twitter, we did really well on this. But let's just go over this stock. I actually want to go over this stock and review for you guys as well. So this stock, if I'm not wrong, it has links to Bitcoin and stuff, hence why we are running as powerful, as this powerful. So we see Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is trying to push up towards all-time highs, which is a good sign for ASST into next week as well. Now, this is a big watch again, because people will try this up just based on that Bitcoin connection. So with this last week, we played, let's go the 5-minute chart. I'll give you a couple areas we entered into. Just see. One of my first entries on this was, because I didn't play this during, I waited into open to play it, and then we got this massive downtrend here. I think I entered around 2.05, and we got that push up towards 4, and then look, it just kept giving nice downtrends into support, into demand zone each time, which is actually really nice. What this means is price is healthy, and the play is doing healthy movements. If a play does healthy movements, you are in a good spot for bigger moves to the upside. So with ASST, where they're having such strong, I don't need to like use the fundamental for small caps, because I think small cap fundamentals, it doesn't matter. Obviously you could get scammed, blah blah blah, but with this the play is actually quite decent just based on Bitcoin, the fact that it's running off Bitcoin. So now into next week, what I would do with this is, I still got some more runners left, but if you're not in, what I want to do is, because I'm going to still look for another entry if it does run, we're going to look for a break over this level at $9. So $9, what it comes under is, it comes under the fact that it's a psychological level, right? The fact that it's a psychological level means a lot of traders will be looking at this level for potential entries. So we're going to look for a break above 9, quite like this. Let's just give you an example, right? We're trading, look, this stock is going, what? It's here now, so from here to here. So imagine we go here, we go down, then we break. There's a strong break. I'm not going to enter instantly on the break. I'm going to wait for a retest, and then I could enter. So there's two areas that enter here, right? There's an area around here, potentially, into $9. So that would be from 8.3, 8.4, if it does hold this level. So we could catch that run a bit earlier, or we just enter on the retest of $9. So these are two potential areas we can take entries. But yeah, I do like ASST. I think NXXT, NXXT. I choose NXXT, or is it NXTT? I'm not sure which one. But I'm looking at this one. I am watching NXTT. I think I might be wrong. Let me see if there's any news behind this. Yeah, so this is Bitcoin as well. So this is a confluence with ASST, a Bitcoin confluence. Definitely will keep an eye on this. It seems like Bitcoin sympathies are kind of catching on. I need to see if I have any more Bitcoin plays. Let me see BTC. So we got some BTC plays here. BTM is another. Keep an eye on. It's not as powerful. Mara, of course, is one of the best ones you could get. RIOT, BKT, BTBT. These should catch on if Bitcoin really does start to churn to the upside. Let's see. So yeah, let's just quickly highlight NXTT for you. Okay, so with NXTT, what we're going to do now is, so we got this is our chart. What information do we gather from this is the fact that this area here is a potential demand zone, which is around 2.7. I'm going to switch to the daily quickly and look to see if there's any levels that are quite significant to the stock. We got a level around 3.8. I'm not going to just mark 3.8, but it's 3.8 to like 3.6. There's this whole level, but the upside is the fact that if we do exceed, I don't know, if we have 217 million in a volume, we will break through this level very, very easily. Why? Let's just give you an example. Imagine, I don't know, there's a water hitting brick, but there's so much pressure that we break. That's what's happening here. There's so much volume coming in, and there's only, I don't know, 1.8 million or I don't know, 1.9 million, 2.5 million holding up. So imagine 100 million going into 2.5 million. We're just gonna increase pressure, right? And it can break. So it's a good one to keep an eye on. NXTT. Keep an eye on the 5-minute chart, because that's how we take our entries. Maybe move back over 3.84. You can look for entries. So do keep an eye on this. I do like it quite a bit. Let me look at CRVS for you, brother. I quite like CRVS. We play this after hours as well. So with this one, the only The reason why I played this is because how thin the chart was, right? The chart, when I looked at the daily, I was like, okay, it's a thin chart. I know I keep saying the word thin, but what it means is that if we do clear levels, we clear quite quick. So with this, look, I just marked the levels around the daily. So what I want is, and you can see here, they're quite aligned quite a bit. With this, keep an eye back over $5. Don't just rush in. It is quite a volatile stock. For me, as a small cap trader, I always wait for a break and hold before I enter. The reason being is mainly there's a lot of pumpers on small caps. They pump tickers. They make money by... I'll give you an example of a pump. WRX. I didn't realize till late. So what happened there is, and it's so you could tell it was a pump, right? I couldn't tell straight away. I got in and I was like, oh damn, this looks weird. So I done a bit of research. So look, you get buyers there, 16,000, 49,000, 49,000. 3, 4, 5 of them reach out, they pump, it goes up, it went up by 75%. And that's actually crazy. This is probably one of the weirdest one I've seen. They make the money, you lot enter around here, they tell you to hit $2. It holds, the thing, okay, pops, they sell again, they make profit twice, and then look, it just comes all the way down and then tell you why didn't you keep a stop loss after telling you to hit $2. So just be careful, and this is just the dirty part of small cap trading. It's unfortunate. What's up, Edgar? How you? Hope you're doing well, mate. IVBD. Let's look at this one. This is actually a decent ticker from what I know historically. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. There's just some sort of link this one has. I don't remember exactly what. I'm just trying to see. But okay, it's not too bad. For now, obviously, I'm not gonna trade this unless we get volume. But from the daily chart, it looks like it is trying to reverse back to the upside. Back over 0.8 with volume, and it's a watch. You can watch it for potential entries. If you're already in, just keep a stop loss under 0.48. Is a bit of a higher stop, but technically that's the only stop loss you can keep on these kind of tickers, in my opinion. So we got that out of the way. This is the definitely a big watch, based on the fact that it's a Bitcoin ticker. So we have something to run by, right? We got NXT is a good ticker. ZKIN 50/50, but still it's something decent to watch. Pony, definitely a watch. Another one I want to keep an eye on is GPUS. I'm gonna get to Weeble next, brother. I'm gonna get to it next. I do like Weeble. The reason why I like it is because the Robinhood is quite high in price, and then they did like a deal with a debt company, something like a debit card or something like that. So it's an easier process. So I do like Bitcoin. I believe it's better than Robinhood, but again, this is the stock market. So I'm just keeping an eye on this. Okay, we got a level around 9.2, quite clear. 9.2 to 9. I don't know. It failed to break out that level. So if we could break up and hold, it'd be quite nice. So with this, I would wait back over 8.25 before I consider an entry. I'm gonna be honest with you, in all honesty. Waiting back above this level and let it gather volume. Right now, the volume kind of faded away, but still it looks decent. I quite like it, but over 8.5. Now another one I'm watching is BULL. I did take a swing on it last week, a lot of swing, and the rest of my shares just dropped me out. I made on my first 70-80%. I made about 15%, I think, around 15%. So we got in around 16.4, and look, yeah, put about 15%, and then it dropped. So my runners did stop me out. I think it stopped me out. I must have stopped me on Friday because I did get notified whilst I was away. But with this, what we want to do is we wait for the close back of 17.22. Do not play this. Look how I'm trading it, right? I'm entering. When it pops, I'm selling 70%. Reason why I'm doing that is through experience. I know, okay, maybe sometimes this can pull back. Yes, there'll be a chance where it just runs. But for me, it's all about opportunity cost. If you're into business, I know a lot of you guys, if you run a business or you've been in business, you know about the power of opportunity cost. What this means is, I don't know, if you have £1,000 and you're just putting it into something and it's sitting, and nothing's happening with it for the next, I don't know, month, 2 months, 3 months. But with that same money, what you can do is you can just trade every day, or you can put into a business every day, and the cash is flowing in, right? It's a lot more beneficial. Unless you get to the extreme stages of making money and you're looking for long-term investments, then I'd say don't even look at these type of plays. Look at the Teslas, the big companies, the big fundamental companies where you believe in the project overall and you use the company, Apple, Google, etc. So anything you believe, okay, in 10 years time this is going to be wow, and there's not a high chance I'm going to lose money here anyways, because the company is so strong and it's been strong for the last 20 years, 30 years, etc. They're moving towards the future. So with something like bull, now what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? Am I going to trade this again? Yes, I will trade it again. I'm going to wait for this 4 hour to see what it does. If you form a hammer candle here, I'm going to take another entry. I'm going to take an entry probably around here. I'm going to keep a stop loss under this. So 10% stop loss again for a 15-20% pop. If you pop towards 15%, 80.7, 80.6, 19, I'll take some more profits. But yeah, I do like bull. I think it's possible it could reach 20, possibly it could reach possibly even 30, just because of Robinhood. People will play it based on that. Where's the Robinhood gone? Yeah, Hood. $56. People will compare. Of course, I don't know the ins and outs. But yeah, don't hold small caps, in my opinion, just based on the fact that these are trash companies. Yes, I do trade these companies. I love these companies. I love the money they potentially can make for us. But for me, personally, don't swing small caps. That's my stance on it. The reason why I say it is because of the fact that you get a lot of pumpers on these plays. So every time you're like, oh, why is this guy making 200% on it? First of all, he's not making 200% on it. He's riding one share. But why is this guy always making money? Why am I not making money but I'm following his swings? The reason why you're not making money on his swings is because of the fact that he preloads, he pumps, he tells you an unrealistic or whatever, not a realistic price target, and you're like, oh damn, you're a new trader, right? You're a beginner and you get confused, and I will do the same thing happened to me. You'll be like, wait, this doesn't hit $5, but then it doesn't hit $5. It pops 40%, 30%. They tell you don't sell. They make their profit. It goes down, then they blame you and say to you, oh, you helped, not my fault, manage your risk. But then they tell you don't keep a stop loss, right? So it's quite confusing in that sense. So I really recommend you be careful with these small cap tickers. In my opinion, if you want to swing trade, go for larger caps. You can make 10% consistently if you do play a good technical stock. BTOG, I think this one, the issue with this one is, right, I think it's not bad. I think it's quite nice and I would keep an eye on it. I'm sure it's linked to Bitcoin, right? If it actually is. But just be careful because there are a lot of pumpers on this. I will trade this if we go back over 0.26. I'll start looking for entries. It is a good stock to watch this week, so it'll come added to the watch list. But I am going to wait for a pop before I look for entries. I do like the stock. I don't think it's a bad stock. But wait for volume to come in before taking an entry on this. Just to be careful, just to be safe. If someone is pushing the stock up to pump on you, then don't trade unless you feel comfortable trade, and always keep a stop loss, right? Don't trade without stop loss, in my opinion. GNLN. This one is a beast. Are you sure it's GNLN? I think it might be on wrong stock. There was another stock that I was looking at the other day. I don't think it's GNLN. Can't be. If it is this stock though, it looks quite suspicious. Let me just see someone pumping this. It looks very suspicious. This is a stock someone will pump. I don't know, I just feel like they would. I just want to see. Let me just quickly look to see if anyone is pumping that stock. Let's just see. Let's see. Yeah, with Gina, and then what I'm saying, there's a lot of there's like a cult behind it. It seems like it is. You kind of watch it, keep an eye on it. I might even trade for lows if it does give me volume. Because someone did ask me about this ages ago. So there's people are pumping this around this green candle here, 0.01. China pumps. Thank you, brother. Thank you for telling me. So when I think I told someone, listen, do not trade it without stop loss, or at the very least wait for volume to come in just in case. Because a lot of people are trying to pump this up. With this, it doesn't look too bad, but it doesn't look good. It's hard to give an opinion on a technical basis because these do run on pumps, right? I'd be laughing about telling you, oh yeah, this is the technical setup, etc. But if I have to say something, maybe if you hold this back above 0.075, it maybe get a push towards 0.09. But if it does gain volume, it is a decent watch. If people do start pumping it, it probably will take a run. Just be careful. Don't get caught on the top, just in case someone pumps and makes you bag hold. You just want to be careful in that sense, right? It's always good to be cautious. Another ticker I'm watching is, I still got runners on this from last week, QBTS. The family of QBTS is RGTI, the quantum plays. I don't know what's good. RGC, by the way, RGC, I got, the funny thing about it, I'm just going to go over RGC, right? The funniest thing about RGC is, I have shares on RGC, accidentally. I swear, I'm not even joking. I don't know if people are in Discord, you'll see it. I'll post it Monday. Accidentally, I bought this, right? I kept like, I don't know, I kept a couple of shares. I just kept lots, and it just kept running. Because normally with my lots, I just hold. Sometimes I just hold plays. That's it. But this is an interesting stock. But QBTS, I'm watching into next week as well. So with this daily, I'm seeing a move towards 11.95. If you base over 11.95, you could look for more entries on this. It's a good stock to watch. So I would keep an eye on this for a bigger move to the upside. So the weekly chart on this again is a nice weekly chart, 13.23. So this is another big watch for me. It's one of my main watches this week. So one is a main watch. So when we go on the list, AST, NXT. So this is like a list of my main watches, right? That I like. But I think QBTS kind of stole the show with this chart. Then we got follower sympathies, RGTI, which is a potential watch. I'll keep an eye on this for sure. I think quantum has picked up a bit. Maybe back over 10.92. QBTS is the leader. I'd rather play the leader. What else do we have? We got LAES. If you guys know any quantums, let me know. LAES, another quantum you can keep an eye on. I don't know, there's a QUBT. There's another one. Probably a couple more out there that I forgot. But yeah, crypto, I don't trade crypto anymore. I used to trade a bit with crypto. With crypto, I used to trade. I used to scalp crypto actually with someone I know, one of my relatives. He used to come to my house. He came from my house for like a month, and I used to scalp crypto for him. It was just day trade it. That was a funny thing about it. But with crypto is the biggest scam than small caps, right? It's so hard to play these projects. You gotta be careful. In my opinion, play crypto, play Bitcoin if you can. Bitcoin is your best friend. ETH is another one. I'm sure people like ETH. So if Bitcoin does run heavy, ETH should run, Ethereum should run quite a bit. Of course, I don't know a lot about crypto, so I don't want to give you too much advice without knowing myself. NCNA. Again, this is another one. Again, one of those trash penny stocks which you can play. It's not unplayable. Just be careful. Make sure you keep a stop loss just in case it is being pumped and dumped. Over 0.05, potentially move towards 0.06 plus. I would keep an eye on it. It's not a bad ticker to watch. The pattern is kind of like bottoming out, so in terms of technical, it's not bad at all. But just be careful in case it does dump and someone is trying to pump and dump. With these stocks, it's quite common that we see pumpers play. Let me just go over SPY as well quickly. I want to touch on SPY. So I know a lot of you guys trade options, right? So let's just look for potential levels this week. So we got a level around 570 is major level. So I'm marking my major levels first. And we got a level around 557 major support. So I'll mark my major levels into next week. Now I'm going to switch to 30-minute chart and see, okay, what can we go off on these charts? We got this level here. See, this is a significant level. Like that. And then we got this support here, potentially. Around here, okay. So this will be quite hard to play in my opinion. It will be hard to trade this stock. Very hard to trade. Maybe, I don't know, maybe calls over 567.50 if you hold that level. Then to 570 is very, very possible. But over 570.50 definitely. The stock will start to push towards 600s. With SPY, it's quite tough to play SPY in my opinion. Very tough to play SPY. Because it's in a range, it's stuck in such a range. So I have a chart on this. With Tesla, is Tesla, man. You know, to be honest with you, there's nothing much to say about Tesla. With Tesla, we're quite bullish. 3 or 7 calls again, potentially towards our level. We started to hold that level. The daily chart's quite good. We broke a daily downtrend. Let me see, that's weekly. That's not weekly level. I'm marked from wrong. Yeah, well, it has broken the daily downtrend, which is a good sign. And we are possibly making a move towards 320s. So yeah, just here. It's quite nice. Yeah, I'd use 13. You use 15. 15 is fine as well for this. 1530. It doesn't matter. They're both really good for this, for options. Either one. But this does do quite good. Tesla over probably 301, 20.20. This level, 5 minute close, maybe you could get calls back to 370. I'll just get calls and just take that risk. I don't know what the risk could be, but it looks decent. I like it. And then IWM, it's another one. Trying to see the daily quickly. Is there any levels in the daily that got 202? Okay, it's about 203.50. The 15-minute chart. I think based on the 15-minute, Tiger will mark this level here, knowing this is if you get back up with that, those are a sign for some good calls. Maybe below this puts. So about below 200, move back towards, I don't know, 199, 198, 199. So yeah, I would keep an eye on that, just in case. SYTA, let me look at SITA. SITA is quite nice. I quite like this. It's a nice ticker to potentially trade. Let me just see. I think this ran last week as well. It's quite decent. Not bad. Let's see. Okay. So with this, what I'd wait for is because I'm right now, I'm just gonna go the daily 1 second. So it was a decent run last week. Trying to see, we'll figure out exactly what day this ran. We had a decent pop. Well, the last couple of weeks, I don't know when it was, but I'm sure it was this day. I look at it though on that day. I don't think I really saw it on that day. But this does run. It does have like random runs. I'd wait back over, I'd say, that blue line that I marked. So around that 1.86 $2 level, I'd keep an eye. So yeah, let's see this level. So yeah, I would wait over 1.86, 1.9, etc. I do like it. It's quite decent. It's quite decent. I do like it quite a bit. Yeah, keep an eye on it. Another one. Yeah, nice work, OBLG. Nice win. NVBE. Let me look at NVBE. This is kind of like fading away now, it seems like. I'd keep an eye possibly back over 2.35-ish. Other than that, I'll just ignore. Maybe if it starts to hold around this level here, which is 1.5 psychological level, you could keep an eye. It can be worse from this level. Let it form, I say, like a hammer on the 15 or 30 minute candle at least. So you do get some buyers step in on a higher time frame. But yeah, I'll be patient with that if you do trade it. SRXH just does look decent, to be honest with you. SRXH, I would wait for a lot more volume though. So volume is quite low. It doesn't seem to have a lot of volume on this. Look at the 1 minute quickly. Yeah, the volume is not a lot. Possibly back over, I don't know. It looks like it did have a bit of a deep fall, so it does have room to run. But yeah, possibly back over, I don't know, 0.75, 0.8. Keep an eye on it. Not bad at all. ITP. So ITP doing. ITP. The ITP again, it's not about still good or not. It's just wait for that volume to come in, right? With this, I'm seeing like a downtrend form. So personally, I would wait back over 0.262, 0.65, and if it does gain volume, potentially take a trade. But for now, it doesn't look great. It looks quite bearish. If it holds this level, potentially, but I don't really like holding these plays as swings. Anything can happen with these plays, so you gotta be quite careful just in case they do dump, etc. Now let's see if there's anything else that I could potentially look at. IWM. I just want to look at a couple more large caps quickly. There's another one to see. Hims. I quite like Hims. With Hims display, I know a lot of traders like this. It looks quite decent. Maybe hold above 51, 52. It looks like a move back towards 55 this week, 55, 60s. There are a lot of investors on this. It looks quite decent. So here's a play to watch for the option traders, larger cap traders. For 54.75. Sport is 46.5. So if it breaks below this, maybe if you get puts, you get puts. But yeah, it's a decent stock to watch. APLD. What's APLD doing? APLD Applied Digital is a decent stock to watch. I'd wait back over downtrend 7.5 $7, $8. A 30-minute chart, maybe even over 5.65. You could look for entries. If you like as a swing, I think we discussed it last week. If you do like as a swing, you gotta take that higher risk. I would slowly scale in if you like the company and you actually have good reasoning. But I don't like swinging small caps. I think it's quite risky and there's not enough opportunity cost. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Amara is another one that I'd keep an eye on. Obviously, the Bitcoin, it looks quite good. Last time I think we ran towards 30 again. So it is a stock to watch with Bitcoin running. Let me see RIV and what's the ribbon doing. RIV is not too bad actually, to be honest with you. PLTR. This one's just a monster. However, 125, I'd get calls again towards 150, 170s, 180s. So P-Ton doing nothing much. DJT, FRM, yeah. But yeah, these do look good. STR is obviously Bitcoin. I just want to see, I think this is a run from like, I don't know, 45, yeah, this is an insane run. Should remember the run on this. Quite good, to be honest with you. JBDI is a huge pump and dump. It's a scam by the goofball. So just be careful with that. Because yeah, they are pumping. If you're in already, just then start taking profits, hold runners. But it is being pumped heavily. You gotta be quite careful with these kind of plays. They can't run, of course, but look, there's other plays. APDN, people are holding a bag. APDN, where is it? People are holding a whole bag on some $2. And then another one, I think it was SRM or something. SRM. This was another one. Yeah, they tried pumping. So you get paid to pump these tickers. So pump and then dump. So just be careful. RUM. Rum. You know what? It doesn't look too bad. Of course, it's not my style. Very, very slow. I'd keep eyes back over above $10. But it looks decent. Just hold 8.8 as sport. It doesn't look too bad, to be honest. It doesn't look too bad. I'll keep an eye on it. It looks decent. You see where it is. Okay, there. A sport. Nice. I like it. Make sure, guys, you do hit the like button though. Show that extra sport, man. But yeah, these are the tickers I'm watching. RGT, IQBT, ASST, NXT, Pony. My main watches again. Be patient. Keep an eye on the stocks. Good morning, Christy. How you doing? OLB looks decent, to be honest with you. It's not too bad. Again, I'll just keep an eye back over 2. But yeah, not my type of stock, so not too bothered by it. Monday, I'm not live on YouTube. Tigers, I'm Hassy, so keep that in mind. I'll do Sunday lives. That's it. I'll do Sunday lives. I do Sundays. So just remember that. Tiger should be live tomorrow though. He's live Monday to Friday, unless he gets ill. But yeah, he'll be live tomorrow doing anything. I am live in Discord though. So if you want to join the Discord, just link in bio, and you are more than welcome to join us. More than welcome. But yeah, Tiger will be live tomorrow. Tiger should be live. But yeah, these are the stocks I'm watching into next week. RGT, IQBT, ASST, NXT, Pony. Kind of like my main watches, but yeah. But yeah, I think that's more or less done with the live, guys. More or less done. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, link in bio. I'll catch you guys in the Discord. Yeah, just relax. If you're having graduation, relax. Just enjoy your graduation. No forcing it. You don't need to force it. But yeah, just enjoy your graduation, I guess, in my opinion. But yeah, thank you for joining anyways. Thank you guys for joining. I'll catch you guys in the Discord, or I'll catch you on Twitter or whatever. Peace.